say that because when we did, I remember when we did the Broly movies, we did, I don't think we did all three. No, we did two of them. We did the first Broly movie and we did Bio Brawly. And Bio Brawly, for whatever reason, I say this now, seeing this in hindsight, everybody says that's the worst Dragon Ball Z movie. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. We did the 3 Stages of Gohan, which was Dead Zone, the BoJack movie, and the second Broly movie, which was funny because it was like Gohan really didn't do that much in that one, but whatever. Yeah. We did all the hype Dragon Ball movies, Tree of Might, World's Strongest, Fusion movie, the Android movie. We did those. Those was nice. And I forgot what we did before. With the other one we did that. But still, we did everything. And the only thing that we were left with was 2 of them that went into like no category for me. And I just knew that we were going to have to eventually do it. It's number 1, the movie that I swear Toei Animation just like, we got to make sure that the Japanese public know about Dragon Ball no matter what. Put out a fucking movie. But it's the height of the Frieza saga. I don't give a shit. We need more Dragon Ball out there. Just make a fucking movie that doesn't make any sense. And then the other movie would be a movie that, well, I don't know what Toei Animation was thinking at the time, but I know what American people were thinking of when they finally got all the shit in the late 90s and they started judging Dragon Ball. They judged this movie, the 13th movie, the Wrath of the Dragon. They judged that like any other anime movie. They judged it high because it's like, it's the longest Dragon Ball movie. That's number 1. And number 2, look at the animation. The animation in this movie is so good. How is the movie? But look at the animation. It actually shows Akira Toriyama's art very well. Yeah. How good is the movie? If you actually look at the length time, it's like every other length time of an anime movie. And that's actually different for Dragon Ball. They actually can stand side to side with some of the better films. How good is it? They never gave me a response. These are the same motherfuckers that gave me a hard time for liking Dragon Ball in the first place. So here we are with the last 2. And trust me, people, this is going to be a quick-ass listen for you. Because I know DJ Sue don't like this movie. I know Chris don't like this movie. I know anybody with a fucking heartbeat don't like any of these movies. So we're going to talk.
You know, my thing is this. Like, Lord Slug represents that period of time where, like, I never questioned the bad guys in these movies having a sort of power level to a degree. Because you can explain it in a certain way. You can explain freaking, what's his face in the first movie. You can explain that power level to a degree, right? You can explain Dr. Willow and fucking Turles in those movies, despite how, even though we all knew that Turles was getting his ass whooped before he got that fruit and shit, right? You can explain BoJack. You can explain a lot of stuff. What pissed me off about fucking Lord Slug is like, nigga, you basically Great Value King Piccolo.
I mean, not even that. You just a nigga that just left home, just said, nah, nigga, I'm leaving the hood.
He's a Hotep Namek.
First of all, I'm going to interject this right now. He wasn't Great Value King Piccolo. Somebody said, hey, you know what? I want to give Kami one day of actually being powerful.
I guess, man, because, like,
I don't know. I would say more Mori getting powerful one day.
Mori.
Like Mori's cousin, Jason.
I mean, like, it just did, like, that movie, and I always get, I roll my eyes whenever they have the villains rolling over the heroes. I'm like, this is bullshit. But Lord Slug pissed me off. The other movies, it's like, whatever, you accept it, right? This movie, I'm just like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Like, they're rolling over everybody. Goku is getting rolled over by this dude it's a Namek. And I'm like, this is bullshit. He should not be rolling over Goku like this.
According to the movie's script, yeah, I can't believe it. There actually is a script. According to the movie's script, he has to get rolled over because we have to pad the movie out for the next 40 minutes.
I feel this is one of those times where they threw darts at a board and it just went the wrong way.
Like, first of all, they were throwing darts at a board, but the problem was that the board was on the other side of the room.
This is something for us. This is I always hate how this shit lines up for us. at least in times like this. The voice of Lord Slug, Bryce Armstrong, he was also the voice of Captain Ginyu and the narrator for Dragon Ball and some Dragon Ball Z episodes. I think he did Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not sure. I think he did before Kyle Bear took over. But Bryce Armstrong, he just passed recently, and it is kind of like I say, like I hate it when our coincidences line up like in these situations. He was the oldest. He was actually the oldest member of all of the Funimation voices. He was the first one. He was the first one there. Remember, he was Captain Ginyu. He was the one. He was the first batch. Where it was just Christopher Sabat, Stephanie Sadali, and all. That one chick that doesn't do Frieza's voice no more.
Yeah,
he was there. He was there from the beginning with Funimation, but yeah, unfortunately, he passed away recently, so I just had to drop that in there.
The crazy thing is that he passed away long after he retired.
It's kind of amazing. Like, this is a guy.
I would have died 18 years after I retired. Like, that's a complete fuck you to me.
I mean, this is a guy, like, his career has circled around doing Dragon Ball and DBZ, but he also did Detective Conan for a while. And it's amazing, like, this guy, 84 years old, and he was still just like, you know what? I'm going to sit there and do the voice. Like, I completely forgot he did Marco's voice.
Yeah, he did. He was on. I remember he was on quite a few of the early Funimation dubs, like Fruit Baskets. He was on Blue Gender. He was
Aki.
on all their early shit. Aki, yeah, he was an Aki, yeah. He was on all their early shit. So yeah, he was one of the first people that was on over there. Help when you really look at it, help build that whole place, man. He was a part of that. So yeah, it's good to recognize. I had to recognize that, man.
But yeah, the whole, like, the only thing about Lord Slug that is one, I know we like endearing Gohan when he was young, but that goddamn shit with Gohan, that fucking dragon, and then the whistling.
Oh, like, God! Oh, God, Icarus. The fucking nut in my eye. What the fuck,
I
man?
let it rock in Tree of Might because he was there and he got knocked back and shit. And it's like, all right, fine. I'll let it go. It was fine in that movie because it was like, all right, cool. But
you want to know what
it
really was? Why? You really want to know what it was, CJ? Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you give Gohan... No, sorry. This is what happens when you give young, endearing Gohan too many mulligans. Allow me to explain. We had Gohan being drunk in Dead Zone. We had Gohan with the love letter song to Piccolo. We had Gohan being under the influence of Ozaru mode and still looking at freaking Higher Dragon, aka Icarus. Still hanging out with him like, hey, you're the dragon I I play around with, even though I'm in Ozaru mode and I should be smashing stuff.
Endearing.
I mean,
that right there was the third time, and I was done with it. This fourth time, we're like, for the love of God, why are you here?
Bruh.
What purpose do you serve for this movie that should not even exist?
I feel like I don't know who to blame on this. It feels like it's already bad enough that Icarus comes off like one of Akira Toriyama's dragons that didn't fit into Dragon Quest. It's already bad enough he feels like that. But at the same time, it feels like Toei Animation was like, this shit is not cute enough. Get Gohan to play with something. That's what it also
felt like. I blame Hashimoto for this, but that's just me.
I love the fact... AD, I love the fact you said this isn't cute enough. Give him something to play with because it reminds me of, let's see, he had a robot that was stuck in a cave, and then he had the dinosaur that got swallowed. He had the dinosaur friend. He was friends with a brontosaurus before he got eaten up by the T-Rex from Fantasia.
And I'm mad because Hashimoto did Wrath of the Dragon, so hey, you 2 strikes and you fucked up. How the hell did that happen? How does that happen?
I feel like there's a pattern here.
But dude, he did Cooler's Revenge in fucking damn in Tree of Might. So you're 2 for 4. You're 2 for 4 out of movies.
Hey Chris, he did Cooler's Revenge and he still brought back that stupid dragon.
See, I didn't mind. But
God, he was in that, wasn't he?
But see, here's the thing.
I forgot about that.
But see, here's the thing about Cooler's Revenge. He was there, but he didn't come to Namek, and I was fine with that.
No, that was his last time. That movie was his final. That movie was his final appearance.
That was it. That was literally him throwing a bone to people that like Icarus and was like, "Yeah, he ain't making a trip to Namek, dog. So y'all say goodbye to him. All right, cool, bet we're going to Namek."
Because you had Cooler's Revenge, and then there was Cooler's Revenge was his first appearance, where a dude came out looking like a cross between Super Shredder and Predator. Then there was the second Cooler movie, like the Return of Cooler. And then Return of Cooler, you're right, he didn't come to Namek. That was the last movie. He went through five movies in a row.
Here's what's killer. So whistling hurts...
No, sorry, 4.
So here's the thing. Whistling hurts the Namekians. Can you imagine if Frieza knew that shit in the Frieza saga? Hey, just whistle, guys. Don't kill him. Just whistle. Be down.
Frieza would have had his ship. Frieza would have had his ship hovering right outside of Namek, blasting the blow the whistle or some shit.
The whistle song.
Whistle while you twerk will be on 24/7 until all the Nameks kill themselves.
No, dude, that wouldn't work. Let's keep it to the times. This was the 90s. He would have played that techno song, "Blow My Whistle, Bitch."
Yep. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Can't believe they put that fucking song in DDR. Anyways.
Or let's just be real. He would have Zarbon try to whistle "I Love Your Smile" by Shamar Shante Moore. He just whistle it very bad, like whistle Zarbon.
Meanwhile.
Oh, you mean from Shanice?
Yeah.
Shanice, it was Shanice. Yeah,
meanwhile,
right.
Doria sitting there quiet in the corner, like, "What's wrong, Doria? You want to whistle?" "I don't know how to whistle." You doing that shit? It's like, well, guess you can't whistle.
Actually, the Doria would be more confused. He'd be like, "What is this whistle you speak of?" First of all, Doria, what happened to that Brian Drummond sound? I'm sorry, that Paul Dubson sounded voice that you had a minute ago. It's like, say it with your chest, man. What's going on?
But it's like to the point that Piccolo is like, "My ears!" And like literally they defeat Lord Slug by literally Piccolo ripping his ears off and telling Gohan to whistle, and that weakens Lord Slug to where Goku blasts him with the Spirit Bomb. And I'm like,
I like how that nigga just snatches his shit off though. That is kind of funny how Piccolo just gets a good grip on both ears. And
I gotta say, if Piccolo was a real person, I gotta ask, so which was worse, you ripping your arm off against Cell or ripping your ears off? Which one hurt worse?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. After Cell pretty much drained my arm and he left me looking like I gave myself a stranger. I gotta go with the arm. I gotta go with the ears because the arm I couldn't feel nothing. That arm was already dead.
Yeah.
Or you talk to Piccolo, well actually when you fuse with other Namekians you can feel their pain and their former pain, and it's like a memory to you and it feels very vivid. So what I'm really trying to say is this. No, the worst pain, and I still feel that shit, Goku going through my fucking stomach. Do you realize, I know Goku was only 12 at the time, but do you know how hard that motherfucker hit King Piccolo?
I feel it every day.
Yeah, the excruciating pain for Goku to have enough force to go fist through that nigga's stuck fucking torso.
I don't know why you complain about. I don't know why you would complain about that one. I really don't know why you had to complain about that one when Goku literally headbutted your appendix.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm thinking so far somebody's like, so what about when Raditz blew your arm off? Well, that was actually cool because he actually soldered that wound after he blasted it off. It was pretty easy.
Pretty easy. I gotta give it up, man. He didn't know. Hey, blessing in disguise is what I'm trying to say. No. What about this? Now, I do feel a pain every now and then, but but it only happens when I see Frieza, and I know it's not me doing it. It's the part of Nail that's doing it. And that's when, every time I see Frieza, Nail inside me go, oh shit. And I just feel just really, really all the pain that Nail went through when Frieza was just giving this nigga all these hands. Like,
He didn't just give him. He did not just give him. He did not just give him hands, D. He did not just give him hands. Frieza beat the front and rear brakes off of Nail. Okay,
dude.
This motherfucker stripped this motherfucker's wheels off like they do in the hood, young.
I don't think we talked at length about Nail versus Frieza when we did the Frieza saga.
I'm sorry, Chris, but no, Nail got his ass beat,
dude.
Like, no, really, we have to understand.
I don't think we went into detail on Nail. I'm still laughing at the fact that Guru named Nail as the most powerful fighter on Namek. I was like, what day? On what day?
No. On that day, look, give Nail he was the strongest nigga there. But here's the thing. Just because you the strongest nigga in your hood, let's just say in Memphis, you the strongest nigga in Memphis. That's cool. You still not beating Floyd Mayweather, but it's cool that you got that rank, son. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I was like, I felt Piccolo when he went to Namek. I'm like, I gotta imagine if Piccolo happened to randomly go to Namek, he's the odd man out. Cause like, man, I was on Earth fucking fighting for my goddamn life, and y'all motherfuckers just slacking. It's amazing, ain't it?
Y'all over here lacking.
Yo, that's how black people are when we see. That's how black Americans are when we see French black people. I'm sorry, y'all cool with white people with that?
Somebody in the chat said Frieza tore. Somebody said. Dude, somebody in the chat said Frieza. Was it Ag Ragnarok said Frieza tore the suspension off of Nail. God damn it!
He tore the suspension off.
Does keep up a good tradition that happens in all of these Dragon Ball movies, and this one was just Krillin getting backhanded into a building and not showing up for the rest of the movie. Something special in this movie about that one. It was just something special. Now, if you've seen the cut I seen with all the fucking localized soundtrack with all the bottom barrel bands at the time, or the up and coming bands at the time, Krillin got up to that wall, started. I'm not bullshitting. Disturbed was on the soundtrack.
That was the version that played on Cartoon Network when they showed this movie, and I'm sitting back like, how much money did you pay to get this fucking music in a fucking like, that is some Saban bullshit of like, you really put American bands why? Fucking why?
It was too.
I could tell you right now, looking back on that on that version of the movie with all those rock bands in it, I'm sorry, that is just one big cringe fest.
It is. Look,
that did not age well.
I will give it this. Did not. I will give it this. It works better in Lord Slug than the other four they did it for also. It works better in this movie than any of the rest of them. Because this one, the songs are good. It just doesn't match what the fuck is going on screen. You know what I mean?
This movie too, and it wasn't until the Frieza saga they finally recognized it. Lord Slug in the movie, they say that he's a Super Namekian. Now, we didn't know about Super Namekians until the Frieza saga when Nail and Piccolo fused, become like, you know, a Super Namek and stuff, and then obviously in Dragon Ball Super, that one of the universes had two Namekians who basically had all their Namekians fused into each one of them, you know, right? And they kind of represent Super Namekians too. But it was interesting that they introduced that whole concept in this movie, and it's like, I just don't care about Lord Slug enough to really be invested in the Super Namekians. Really don't.
I mean,
The problem. Now, hold on. The problem with that is when they introduced the idea of bringing a Super Namekian into a movie, they use Lord Slug. Fine. Now they did circle back and revisited that same idea by having Piccolo reunite with Kami to get his original. Right.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
to have him get his original body.
Yeah.
This is just so he can get his original body back, and that's when he became a real Super Namekian. Now, when he fused with Nail, that was just to make him stronger.
Oh, okay. I remember some people kind of trying to. I remember people trying to count that, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, because remember, Nail was about to die.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally on the verge of dying. So it was like, hey, I either fuse with you and be part of you for the rest of your life, or I just lay here and die.
Which, funny enough, he probably would have got revived if he died, ironically later on. So there's that.
See, now hold on. Here's the thing. You can't technically say that Frieza killed him.
See, I was going to say technically he did die because of Frieza, but you're right.
He didn't, because Frieza could have easily finished. He could have easily finished him off, but he didn't. Man, let's be real. While Nail was strong, he gave himself the Tien death by fighting himself to death.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the actual person. I'm just gonna divert your attention away. I'm like, nigga, you getting pimp slapped. Frieza does not care about you. Just play dead.
He received every bit of those hands, bro.
It's like Frieza, look, I know you're powerful, and I'm gonna hit you with this fireball, but don't let. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with this fireball, but don't let that fact distract you from the fact that Hector is gonna be racing 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines.
I'm just saying, you know what also annoyed me was seeing.
I'm getting sick and tired of you. I'm getting sick and tired of you, Harris.
You know what I'm getting sick and tired of? I'm sick and tired of fucking Piccolo. The last time he was like Billy Badass was like World's Strongest to a degree. Because this movie, it's like, okay, can you just kill? Like, I can buy you.
Oh, no, it's World's Strongest. It was World's Strongest the last time.
I can buy you getting pimp slapped by Slug. Fine, he's the bad guy. Fine. Can you at least kill more than just one fucking of his henchmen? Can you kill all 3 of them? That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
Well, no, fuck no. Why are you asking a question like that, nigga? That's stupid. That's stupid.
Like, it's just like, it feels like Piccolo gets killed because of the numbers game. I'm like, what is this?
Ask yourself this question. How many good guys are in the movie? Depending on how many good guys in the movie will determine the outcome of who's going to have the pop.
Yeah, it's kind of weird they didn't have the full gang because it was just Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin. That's it. And I was like, so no Tien?
Which is honestly how it should be.
So no Tien, huh?
It should have been.
I'm not even asking Yamcha. No,
this
no
movie, yeah, I'm glad it wasn't fucking crowded, bro.
I mean,
because be real, every time the movie is crowded, the movie takes too long to finish.
True. Well, no, it's weird because I thought like Tree of Might went pretty quick when they had that full house of like the DBZ gang, and it's like, oh yeah, we got that shit done and over with. It's like they got washed by his crew.
Well, of course they got washed. I mean, when I saw Chaozu get judo chopped by Turles, I cried.
I still maintain, Chaozu, what the fuck you doing there? Go home. Take a knee. All right.
I'm gonna need you to Kaepernick this, please.
Take a knee. Take a knee for solidarity for Tien, and just go home. Just do that, please.
Just hang back.
Just hang back
and shit.
Tien, I understand. That I get why you're there, but it's like Chaozu, you're just there to be there for bodies.
It's like Chaozu, I'm gonna need you to hang back with this blonde chick that Akira Toriyama forgot he drew.
Dude, that's the equivalent of if me, you, and D are like random Stranger 1, 2, and 3, and we're in the finale of Endgame in that crowd of all the heroes, and it's like, what are you guys doing here? Go back, take a knee, watch from a distance. What are you doing here? Like, no, go home.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. You gotta think about it.
First of all, speak for yourself, because since these movies are now, since Disney owns all of this, I just happen to have Chewie's rifle.
Yeah, good luck in that crowd of shit. It's like, I shot somebody. Ah, shit. Done.
Like, Chewie's rifle does damage, all right?
Oh, my God, man. Man. But, yeah, the whole Lord Slug shit, I was just like, all right, cool. You know, it's just, and of course,
No, bro,
and of
but
course,
no,
and of course,
but
Slug wishes for eternal youth because, of course, he does.
of course he does. Now,
Well,
here's the thing. Now,
of all things to wish for, why eternal youth?
because
Not like
when
Dragon
I
Ball,
was
there was
young,
a lot of one-note villains that just wanted, I want immortality, I want to be young, and I'm like, can y'all like be adventurous with the wishes a little
yo,
bit?
that's because back in their youth they was like serving out motherfucking biscuits to niggas. You know what I mean? Back then, nigga. Back then, come on, how many old heads make the mistake? Back in my day, I could take you. I'm like, nigga, no, you couldn't. You didn't do no push-ups. You wasn't fucking Hulk Hogan, nigga. Don't start
They
that.
pull out blades and they cut your ass. That's how they took
This
care
was
of
like,
it.
y'all either pull out blades or shot each other. Don't do that shit to me.
If you're lucky, you might be your own dad's probably sat there and actually beat the shit out of people with their fists. If you're lucky,
Look, I love what they said. They're like, man, we ain't shoot nobody. Yes, y'all did. Y'all just missed each other a lot. We shoot on target.
Shot niggas outside the juke joints. What are we talking about here?
Man,
No, you ain't lying about them switchblades, nigga. That's really what it is.
Now I got cut you. It's like, oh shit.
man, this movie. That's really all I can
I'm
say.
sorry, man. Can you imagine if that's how the Namekians went down and shit? Like Lord Slug versus Piccolo came down to them having a switchblade fight. It's like not even a blast, just switchblades.
Nigga,
I'd have been like, all right, who y'all got?
Goku
I don't know,
and
man.
Gohan and Icarus are
Look.
looking confused like, I actually thought they were going to shoot some blasts. They're just knife fighting.
No.
Damn.
Actually, here's Goku. Goku, like, I don't understand it. We're Saiyans. We're the black ones. Why are you? Yo, you mentioned earlier about who's like everybody like show up in the movie and all that. But the thing that gets me is like in Tree of Might it was needed. In World's Strongest, Goku, Piccolo, the Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, Master Roshi, that was cool. It was unique for that movie. Everyone has to be unique for the movie. This one, they didn't need nobody else to go down with this piece of shit. Get Goku, get Gohan, have Krillin get knocked away and Piccolo. Yeah, there we go. Because the villain's anatomy. We won. That's all they did.
And honestly, I need to know whoever it was that gave Icarus a 4-picture deal needs to be fired.
Man, somebody at Toei, man. I don't know who, man. Jason.
I mean, yeah. I'll say this, though, right? You talk about dragging people along. Wrath of the Dragon, I'm laughing at the fact that somebody was like, you know what, we should put Vegeta in this movie. Why? He's just going to fucking complain the whole movie? Exactly. It's like, all right, cool.
Well, I still say that you want to know Vegeta's best moment in any of the movies was when he watched his son fight in the tournament and he turned the TV off like this is a waste of my time and went back to sleep.
Pull the SpongeBob. All right, I'm going home. Click.
My man hit the I'm out. You know what? That needs to be a meme. Vegeta turned the TV off. Like, I'm done.
Vegeta's had moments in those movies, whether it's...
I'm sleep. That's what that was. I'm sleep.
That was I'm sleep.
I mean, it's between that and then Vegeta catching the fucking Bobby Hill special from fucking Cooler and the Cooler's Revenge and shit. I was
sorry, the Bobby Hill special.
Oh, yeah, when Cooler fucking kicked him in the fucking nuts and shit.
Oh, in Return of Cooler.
I swear, back in the day when we were in the library at Sarasville and that site had all like the clips from the movies, I still laughed my ass off at that shit. Vegeta was just blindsided, like, where's he at? Bam! Like, oh shit, that's my purse. I was fucking dying on that shit. I was like, nigga, he got fucking straight jabbed.
You heard.
And the one that we always watch. We stay watching this clip from Return of Cooler when Goku got knocked through. What was it, 3 to 4 mountains as Super Saiyan, and then he went right back through them just so he could punch Cooler's arm off.
Wrath the Dragon, though, the only clip I remember, it was 2 of them. 1, it was Goku doing the Dragon Fist, and 2, it was them shameless fucking plugging Trunks getting the sword as the origin of how he got that goddamn sword. Future Trunks got the sword, and I was like, this is stupid. This is dumb.
Not only did we see that, we also saw Trunks doing the famous slicing something in half when he sliced off that monster's tail.
Yeah.
Yo, who knew that this movie was going to be the pretentious one? Who knew?
Not only was it the pretentious one, this movie was more so Trunks' movie than anybody else's.
I mean, they tried their best to put Goku at front and center. I mean, he's on the front and center of the goddamn cover and shit doing the Dragon Fist, so, you know.
Which he had honestly, he had very little screen time when you think about it.
Yeah, that is true. The funny thing is, I'm laughing at the fact that we talk about how these movies tie into the show, but they don't really. They legitimately said that apparently this movie takes place after the Boo Saga.
When?
Exactly.
At what point in time? How is it that Boo he's not even there?
I know, not even Oob. I'm like, okay.
No Oob, no Fat Boo, nothing. All right, I don't care, movie.
No, that's what I said. It felt like when they got to Wrath the Dragon, and this movie came out in 95, they really didn't know what they wanted to do.
You know what? Here's the funny part. I like the fact that that Gohan and Videl was still continuing on doing the Saiyaman gimmick. I will give him that. But this movie, what? What? No. Back to what Aaron said. Fucking win!
Thank you.
You know, you give me a date and time, and I'll believe it.
Like I said, again,
sort of.
Again, yes, they were filler, but it's like at least they made an admirable effort to fit Garlic Jr. into the DBZ mythos in a way that made sense. But this shit, it's like, when does it fit in? No, it doesn't.
I still find it funny. That they tried to fit Garlic Jr. into the mythos, like you said, and it was still filler.
No, I know that, but I'm saying, even if they try to make it legit, it's like, well, at least it fucking fits. Shit, you know. This, I
don't know.
It'd be like them trying to fit World's Strongest. I'm like, so it took place before Goku met up with Vegeta and Nappa, but the gang magically disappeared off the battlefield to fight Dr. Willow. That's what Wrath of the Dragon did. It's like, so it takes place at the Boo. So what about Oob? What about...
Well, technically, no. See, I can stop you.
See, World's Strongest was different. World's Strongest...
Wait,
go ahead. You got it.
CJ, I can stop you there for Oob. See, Oob took place... Well, Oob showed up, 5-10 years after Boo?
Yeah, at the tournament and stuff, him and Goku fighting and shit, so, But still, it's like you said, give me a time and date. When really? It took place after the Kid Boo? Okay, cool, I guess. Whatever. And again, DBZ doing magic.
But see, World's Strongest felt standalone, though. It still felt standalone.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, Wrath of the Dragon feels standalone.
I think that's what it is. But Wrath of the Dragon looked like it was trying to wedge itself somewhere, and it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole movie, we're dealing with magic, and I'm like, the last time DBZ dealt with fucking magic outside the Dragon Balls was Fortune Teller Baba, and that's about it. Like, what are we doing here?
And Bobbity.
Bobbity. That's about it. Like, I don't need DBZ to bring in any sort of magic effort, but they're fighting.
I was about to say, ain't Boo nothing but magic?
Yeah, I don't know why I
magic.
forgot about that. Yeah, but it's like, let me get this right. They're fighting an evil magician, and they could easily just blast them. This is stupid. What? Why?
No, here's the thing. The worst part about it is, I like how Tapion, who I used to call Taption, did do shit in this movie, except whine and moan the entire time why his life sucks.
All because he misses his little brother.
My little brother got stepped on. I know it's not funny. But it's hilarious to me because this movie sucks.
Can I say that Tapion was probably Akira Toriyama's wet dream of Link from Zelda?
I mean, it's no different. He does the same thing that Kojima does. Like, Kojima has this thing that he loves American movies, hence why that's inspiring his game. So it made... As soon as I saw Tapion, I was like, oh, this is like... You know what? He felt like the forgotten Dragon Quest character.
Yeah.
No,
he was the first.
No,
No, sorry, he was the fifth. He was the fifth rough draft of a Dragon
Like
Quest
a Chrono
character.
Trigger. It was like,
Oh,
hey, this
shit.
is a Chrono Trigger character
You
that we didn't
cannot
use.
convince me- No, Eretz, you cannot convince me that was Chrono's first fucking draft.
Yep.
Oh yes, he was.
Look at the hair. The hair is. It was
The
like
hair is probably the biggest dead giveaway. Hell, even the outfit is similar to Chrono's.
It's like they had an idea for Chrono Trigger, and somebody at fucking Konami was looking at Square Enix was looking at Toriyama like, that's a little too crazy anime. We got to bring it down a little bit.
We're like somebody at Square said, you know what? The mohawk is stupid and the ears are even stupider.
The fuck
Change
is
this.
This is fucking Legend of Zelda. You trying to get us sued, Toriyama? Get that shit out of here. Elf ears? Why?
Went back to the drawing board, changed up the character, and gave us probably one of the greatest RPGs ever.
Which I laughed because I played Xenoverse 2 and I was laughing that they threw him in as a story element. And they put him in there. They put him in Xenoverse 2 as one of like the alternate stories where you go to during the Future Trunks saga in DBZ Super in the game. Tapion is in it. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. You serious?
Because
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in DBZ Kakarot.
I mean, well, I haven't reached that.
I have a feeling.
I haven't reached that point yet.
There's gonna be a future DLC where they're going to include the movies.
Because the whole purpose in Xenoverse 2 was that Tapion had a connection to Goku Black and Zamasu, basically. And I was like,
what connection?
Thank you. The game
is a leap. What? It's already a leap. I don't even care what it is. It's a leap.
Basically what it was is, you remember that ocarina that he was using in this movie?
Yeah, the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Apparently in the game, he uses the Ocarina of Time to seal Zamasu for eternity. Kind of like Rita in Power Rangers and shit. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
So wait, he uses Ocarina to seal Zamasu. The same way that, oh god, what character was it that did this? See, I wasn't even going to say Rita from Power Rangers, because even though that's a goat one, CJ, that is a goat one.
Actually, no, it's like, see, that's the wrong one, because y'all never seen Geki Ranger, because in Geki Ranger, they defeat the villain by sealing him inside of a necklace that the Red Ranger wears, basically. And that's what they did.
Wait, I remember. Now it's coming back to me. Dude, that's like the four Kais sealing away Bojack and the Star, and when one of them died, the seal was broken.
That's basically what it was. It's like they basically Tapion sealed him in himself and was like, I'm strong enough to keep him in there. I'm like, but if you die, Zamasu comes out. So you didn't really think this through, did you? Okay.
Like you didn't think of just killing him. And
well, you gotta think about it this way, Chris. Taption is not thought through character anyway.
But again, this is Xenoverse 2, so it's not canon, but I was just laughing at
it really ain't.
It's not canon, but I was just laughing at the fact of they really put Tapion in these games like it was something like some groundbreaking storylines, and I'm like, wow,
well, you know what, much like Gohan.
CJ, sorry, D. Real quick, CJ, that's actually a double joke. Not only is Xenoverse not canon, so is he.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yo, it felt like much with Icarus. Taption played. Yeah, I'm calling him Taption on purpose because I literally called him Taption for a good minute. But anyway, yeah, but it felt like much like Icarus, they just gave Trunks something cute to do. And you know what? I feel that a lot of I don't know. It's like Goku's kids got enough time, except Goten. I don't think Goten got nearly enough time. But it feels like the writers are like, look, man, give Trunks something. His dad don't hug him enough. You know, all this shit like that. That's what it feels like.
Then you got the fucking monster, which is basically Great Value Godzilla. He just destroys stuff. One note is fuck.
Don't you dare even try to do that to Great Value Godzilla. Don't you do that.
Okay, my bad.
first of all, D. I mean, first of all, CJ, I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to pump the brakes right there, because until I see that monster do a flying drop kick like Godzilla, you cannot call him even great.
Let me back it up. He looks like a rejected monster concept from Wicked City, and they just threw him in the fucking movie.
I know what you're talking about. So he looks like Godzilla in the '98 movie. Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
So you could have went.
That was easy.
So you could have went.
I ain't like that.
No. First of all, you could have just called him Bargain Basement Gamera, and I'd have been fine.
First off, you gonna put some respect on Gamera? Don't do that to me. I like Gamera. I like him a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. You a G gang nigga? You a G gang nigga?
Hey. I am a Gamera gang. I like the flying turtle. All right, gotta put some respect on his name.
And he's like, no. He's like, no. Here's Chris. Nah, nigga, what you? Nigga, Jet Jaguar for life, bitch. What?
That fucking rejected fucking damn Ultraman that was not Ultraman.
Ultraman, that's good man.
Good man.
Good man.
Swear to God, man. That's all Jet Jaguar was. Is like, all right, we're gonna get sued by Toei if we put Ultraman in this, even though that would be a bitchin' fucking cameo. So let's just make up a guy. Jet Jaguar, cool.
Give us the next best thing.
All right, both of y'all would know better than me. That's never happened before.
Nope.
No.
Seriously, so Ultraman and Godzilla were never with each other.
Nope. Never crossed streams at all. Even though that would make so much money.
That's like that is why the closest we ever got to that was Jet Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I'm Jet Jaguar for life, bitch.
Hey, Toei, you're blocking your blessings. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, y'all would make so much money. You know what? I don't even think it's Toei. I blame Toho. I got a feeling it's Toho.
Hey, real talk, and we'll go back. We could definitely go back to Dragon Ball after I say this. Toei, Godzilla versus Kong. It's not too late.
I'm just saying.
Get that fucking Cyclops versus Ryu handshake between Toei and Toho. Like, this is X-Men versus that shit.
It is not too late to put Ultraman in the movie.
How awesome would that be? Right in the middle of that, like you see Godzilla just being a badass. All of a sudden, you just see something just shining in the air, just comes down. You're like, yo, what the fuck is that? It's like raining the shit, you know what I mean? They turn around, it's like, yo, it's Ultraman! And they just start wrecking each other. That would be so... Why has that not happened? I'm sorry.
As I said, it's not too late. The movie already got pushed back.
Something that probably won't happen. Why is this not fucking happen? Oh, anyway.
Let me ask you this, though.
And the movie got pushed back, too, so it's not too late.
Let me ask you this. I find it funny that the Dragon Fist, right? Now, I'm laughing because the way it's played out, it's played up almost similar to Goku doing it against King Piccolo in Dragon Ball, except they just threw some fucking swag on the shit and was like, put a golden dragon around his fist and make it awesome. It's like,
you know what, CJ? I'm so glad you said that, because this would happen to be the second or third time that they gave Goku another mulligan by having him punch his way through something.
He got a mulligan twice. He did it on Super 17. I'm like, so you tried to make that canon.
No.
That don't count.
First of all, that don't count. And the reason why that don't count is because that whole thing with Super 17 was after this movie.
Oh, okay.
How about? Thank you. That does not count.
Second of all, when he did it against King Piccolo, you got to remember the last thing King Piccolo saw was that fist, and for some reason the oral image of
a monkey.
Of the monkey.
I'm sorry. I keep saying that because I really feel Goku missed the opportunity to do that same shit to fucking Frieza, and Frieza just acts like the crazy white guy that sees black people. He sees a monkey when Goku punches him. It's like, ah, shit, monkey, ah.
Well, you're right. There was that.
You know Frieza does that every time.
There was that, and...
Look. Frieza don't let it know. Real talk. I don't care how tough Frieza... I don't care how much smoke Frieza wants from Goku. Frieza still flinches around that nigga. I'm just saying.
I mean, we saw it in the
Goku hands on Frieza twice already.
That Tournament of Power showed it a little bit. It might not have been outright, but every time Frieza was there, it's like, how the fuck am I here with these monkeys? Like, damn it.
Cut none of this motherfucker, man. I'm Frieza. You know what I made your daddy do? Your daddy was Bardock. I knew that nigga.
All of a sudden, fucking Beerus is...
How deep will it be if you watch Dragon Ball Super and they go on with the story of how Planet Vegeta blew up and all the rest of that shit? How fucking deep would it be if Bardock in so many ways give Frieza until you do right by me? my son gonna fuck you up or something. How deep would it be if Bardock just joked? What if it be my son that killed that nigga? Like, how deep would that shit
I'm picturing the scene where Beerus is shit talking Frieza. Like, how would your daddy feel that you working for a monkey? You're like, kill him.
Even though it was me, like, and Beerus is sitting back like, oh, Frieza, yeah, you got the green light. You can go ahead and blow up Planet Vegeta.
I don't like it, but I like how petty that is coming from Beerus. Like, damn, these niggas gonna fucking threat. Kill them all. Like, god damn.
I still find that funny because Whis, because ever since Whis was the one that told him that, like, he just happened to whisper.
It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up, you blowing up my spot.
He whispered over to Beerus, it's funny how he believes that when no one knows that it was you that told him.
That's why he's like, nigga, you are blowing up my spot. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I'm like, don't do this.
Furious smoking a blunt. They don't need to know that shit.
Hey, look, if Super actually tackles that, I got a feeling Goku will shrug like, well, people do bad things, but
what? Are you serious? Nah. I hope he let it be known because you know what's going to happen. Vegeta is going to get close, and I mean it like really close from fucking killing Beerus. I mean it. He will lose it. It'd be like 2 good ass episodes, and then Beerus wakes the fuck up like, I ain't about to let this nigga roll.
This motherfucker.
I mean, Beerus already knew what was up when Vegeta came at him with that smoke after he backhanded his wife.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah.
And he wasn't even hold on, and Vegeta wasn't even a god yet. Remember, he didn't even hit god mode yet.
Listen, if he knows that motherfucker, you scared of motherfucking Goku? Goku and Ultra Instinct is fucking scary. You know what I think else would be scary? See Vegeta and Ultra Instinct. Somebody that knows how to fucking kill. That's what I'm scared of.
And that's the thing, too, is like, that's what kind of annoyed me with Wrath of the Dragon. It's like, Vegeta's there, but really it just comes down to Goku and them destroying him with the fist, and it's like...
Everybody got backhanded to death in this movie, man.
And this dude plays the ocarina, and it weakens him. I'm like, really? Okay.
Well, no, see, he played the ocarina. The very last time he played it, he plays it to try to absorb all of the monster instead of just half of them. Because remember, there was a part in the movie where the monsters, or all you saw was the monster's legs destroying everything. We're like, how come we're only seeing half of a monster?
Yep, because the thing was.
Never mind. Hold on, but never mind that. But never mind that. We got to cut back to a scene of watching Goku eat a bunch of shish kebabs.
And look, Eris, we're going to use these animators.
You know what's funny? I found it funny.
Hey, mama money.
Hey, look. I will admit that out of all of the Dragon Ball Z movies, this is one of the better animated ones too.
It's one of the better animated. Yeah. Yes. The budget for the animation did an amazing job. The writing for this story is weak in my opinion.
Question.
It is amazing because early 5 years prior, Eris, you get World's Strongest, and you see World's Strongest is deceptively very well animated.
Yep.
Because you look at the backgrounds of World's Strongest and the whole scale that they used in World's Strongest, it was animated very well. And the quality kind of slipped in Tree of Might. I think we all will say that.
Yeah.
It looked good, but it kind of slipped. Lord Slug, you can tell they did that in 5 seconds.
No, Lord Slug still had the same animation from Tree of Might.
Yeah.
It was the same animation
Too
style.
goddamn dark in certain scenes for no goddamn reason.
Uh-huh. And like the animation always fluctuated. Like I think everybody will say Broly movie. Yes, the Broly movie has good animation.
Fluctuates in some parts, but
yeah, and I can say the same thing about Fusion movie. The Fusion movie looks very good, but there are some parts where you can tell the budget they kind of went over budget or just I don't know what the hell happened in that scene, man.
I've said it before when we talked about the Fusion movie. Fusion movie probably had the animation. The animation was straight up bipolar.
I mean, that's an understatement.
No, better yet, you want to know what it really was? Somebody hit the shuffle button on the animation.
Very like, yo, that's the best look y'all got for it, and then the next shot will look very, very good, and then the fight scenes. I will say the fight scenes on the Fusion movie were some of the best animated. It's up there with because the Broly movie is the same way too. It's the best animated and all the rest of it. This movie, what really sucked about it, like I said, was everybody got backhand. That's not good action.
Not only did everybody get backhanded, this is the lightest action-filled Dragon Ball movie to date.
I mean, real quick, can we talk
seriously? The action was on light.
Real quick, can we talk about Hoi real quick? Why does he have tentacles on his cheeks?
No.
Was that a design choice?
No. I'm answering that question for you right now, CJ. No. We don't need to talk about
No.
Hoi.
I'm just questioning on the fact that it's like, I felt that they did that shit because it's like, can we make him an evil Namekian wizard? And somebody was like, no, get that design out of here. And they was like, well, if we put the tentacles on the cheek. All right, fine.
He's still a very forgettable villain.
I mean, his whole point was, I can control the dragon. No, you can't. And then, bam, he gets stabbed. It's like, what?
No, look, nobody talks about him. Him and Lord Slug. That's the similar thing about these two movies. They're underwhelming as shit.
Yep.
Nobody talks about the villains. Nobody talks about the fight scenes in either of these movies. Even in Bio Broly is so bad, you have to talk about how it doesn't make any type of sense. And it goes even against Dragon Ball logic. And Dragon Ball logic is a low fucking bar, my nigga. So, what does that tell you? At least we can enjoy that with Bio Broly. But this movie, nobody talks about this shit. The villain's not good.
Hey, D, you know the thing I always loved about Bio Broly?
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the fact that I got a chance to see Krillin go Super Saiyan.
I mean, look, that doesn't normally happen, and I am so happy for him. This is why. Look, guys. This is why animation is very, very important. It is very, very important to edit what you fucking do.
I swear, every time I saw that scene, I needed the Iori laugh.
Yeah.
Just pause that shot and cue the laugh.
I mean, and I think that's why I was saying, like, Wrath of the Dragon just felt like they just ran out of gas. And like you said, forgettable villains, and it's just, you only remember, oh shit, Trunks got that sword. And then the fact that, again, they got the nerve to end the movie with, hey, you remember that awesome moment when Trunks sliced Frieza? Yeah, let's relive that.
Yeah, let's play that in the credits.
Roll that beautiful beam footage, guys. Ding.
Hey, by the way, Tapion, so you get to have this time. Dude, they gave him a time machine just so he can go back and save his brother.
I mean, yeah.
I really got.
We're trying to make sense of a movie that makes no sense at this stage.
No. See, I'll stop myself because thanks to the Cell games, I understand. I understand that he will be pretty much stuck in that time because if he were to go back to his own time after saving his brother in that time, He would only change that future.
Well, I mean, like I said, DBZ follows the real time travel method where you don't inherently change. You can't change your past when it's already done.
That's what I mean. He would only change that past. He would only change the future for that time that he went back to. He wouldn't change his own.
So it's like Trunks getting that sword was the alternate future where everybody dies. Even that in and of itself doesn't make any fucking sense because it's like,
wait a minute. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
This is after Boo Saga, so the Cell shit is already done and over with.
So wait a minute. Even if that does happen, though, that doesn't make any sense, Chris.
You have to.
So
no, wait.
Goku gets the heart attack again and still dies.
You guys are forgetting that that Trunks came from 20 years in the future. Remember, that was 20. Remember, he came from 20 years. He was a teenager when he showed up and killed Frieza in that timeline.
Ah, okay. All right. Makes sense.
And trust me, he says that plenty times throughout the show and the movie. I remember when he gave his great speech to the Super 13 and got pieced out with a broken sword.
Like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Plink.
He was like, my name is Trunks. I come from 20 years in the future, and guess what? In that timeline, you don't exist because Goku beat you here today. I'm like, Trunks, if you don't go sit down somewhere.
Sit your ass down.
Go home. Nobody asked you, T.
It's like, Trunks, go home. You're Trunks.
Like, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. I mean, actually, that is Wrath of the Dragon in a nutshell. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Because really, it's, and I'm glad that after this, they took a break for a while, and then we got the, Battle of the Gods and these movies that really kind of, we got Super and all that stuff that really kind of added to the lore and stuff. So,
which we did wait. We had to wait like a whole 13 years for Battle of the Gods to hit theaters.
Let me ask you something. So it made 1.1 billion yen. What does that equate to?
Let's see. That I believe that equates to about 100 something. That has to be like $100 million. Because
that's a huge drop because it made 2.2 billion yen the last movie, Fusion Reborn. So that's a huge drop.
Actually, hold on. Wait, I'm looking at it right now. 1 billion yen. So that is $9 million actually.
And that's a drop because, like I said, Fusion Reborn made 2.2 billion yen. So
and
clearly at that point, yeah.
So Fusion Reborn made 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 2 billion yen.
Yep, 2.2 billion.
Yeah, that's about 18 million in US dollar.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of like the sign of like, yeah, we made 9 million, but nobody cared. That's a drop. That's a huge drop.
Well, let's be real. How do you follow up the finale of Z with the end of Boo? How do you follow that up with a movie?
No idea. And it's amazing too. That was the movie that really the movies just actually, and it was funny because I think Fusion Reborn is when the movies peaked. Cause I think the Broly's Second Coming actually made more money than Fusion Reborn. But but Wrath of the Dragon is the one that's like, oh, motherfuckers did not care about Dragon Ball once Wrath of the Dragon came out. God damn.
Because I think at that time, the Cell Saga was already over and the story was pretty much done.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But I still, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dragon Ball Super Broly is the highest grossing Dragon Ball movie.
Yep. 100%. I mean, like I said, it was just, I think we were kind of like, oh shit, it made money. Like, oh shit, like 4 billion yen in Japan.
But wasn't it because? But isn't it because it went worldwide? It just made more money.
No, I mean it was just the highest one. Period. I mean, even when it came out in Japan, remember it came out in Japan and it already broke stupid numbers.
They made 13 billion yen in Japan or some shit like that.
Yeah. And I don't think no other Dragon Ball movie did that high at the time.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, because you're coming off of Battle of the Gods or Resurrection F, which like went over hugely well. Motherfuckers wanted to see some Broly now, and it's like, oh shit, we get to see Broly in the super atmosphere? Yes, and then...
Now what I would like to know is I want to know which did better, Dragon Ball Super Broly or Detective Conan. Because remember,
well, you already know Detective Conan probably broke records over there. I don't even know the numbers for that, but... Because
if I ain't mistaken, you gotta remember, when Endgame came out, that was the only movie that it lost to. Like, Endgame lost to Conan over there.
You know what's kicker? Lord Slug made more money than Wrath of the Dragon.
Well, that's just... I can't even say that's sad.
I don't know. No, that Dragon Ball was probably at its peak in Japan at that time.
So 91, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it probably didn't matter.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's us talking about these two movies, and... Yeah, it's.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know. Do you actually think, this is kind of a good question, with the way they're doing with Super, and I know they're following the manga to a degree, do you see them trying to do a variation of revising these characters from the movies, or just leaving it alone? Period.
It depends on the movie, and it depends on the character,
and it depends on how much of the story are you willing to retcon.
That makes sense.
Because when they do finally introduce Super again, and they bring in Brawly, what we do know for a fact is that Brawly will officially be canon, and not just in the form of two characters that fuse. Yeah, I'm looking at you, freaking what's her name? Was it Kalfa or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, he'll be an official character, and I'm fine with that. Now that he's actually brought into the lore officially.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. This is actually something I've really been looking forward to, like, since Z. I've always wished that he was like a mainstay character. So now that he's going to be brought into Super, I'll actually be interested in watching Super again. Second, if they really do go through the process of retconning the Saiyan's origins, and instead of Bardock getting that magic ability of predicting the future, not on command, by the way, he just gets it randomly. And instead, they go with the smart move, which is having him just be suspicious and skeptical of the whole setup. He knows that he knew that something was coming, and that's why he just decided, you know what, I'm going to send my son to a planet that's super far off, and I don't think they'll ever find him. And that's smart. It made so much sense. It made so much more sense instead of him, as much as I love Bardock from the Bardock special, the way they presented him in that one, like, dude was a badass. Like, I love that version of him, but the one in Super just made so much more sense.
Well, because they gave him nuance and an actual backstory.
Not only did they give him nuance, but they really treated this like Superman.
Oh, by the way, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, we find out that Raditz actually was getting punked by fucking Vegeta and Nappa. I'm pretty sure that's not really a surprise per se, but they added like a scene of dialogue where he fucked up. And Nappa and Vegeta looking at him like, nigga, you are a fucking runt. Why are you fucking up?
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny they threw that in there to kind of give a nuance to the fact that, like, in the original, we thought, like, Raditz had a level of respect with Vegeta and Nappa, and then this game is like, oh, no, that's not true whatsoever.
I mean, they said that during one of the filler moments in the Saiyan Saga when they were fighting them on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, Raditz was like, are you serious? You really thought that idea was going to work? I mean, come on. Raditz is completely useless compared to Nappa and myself.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
You know what
I mean,
sad?
and then hold on. Then on top of that, they also hit him with Nappa being the nice guy. He's like, so Vegeta, we're gonna get the Dragon Balls and wish Nappa back. Vegeta, nah, man, come on, that's a waste of a wish. You really think I'm gonna do that?
it's like fuck that nigga. Nope.
I don't like him, man. We
It's
barely
like,
were
I
friends, man.
I don't like him, and neither do you.
We were barely friends. I didn't even like. Man, why did we keep him around? Oh yeah, because we used to throw the Saiyaman. We used to throw the Cyberman at him. Yeah, he couldn't fight it because
Again, it's like that Big Pun song. And I know you from where? Elementary school.
I still find that, and
I don't know you, man.
And that is still the funny part when you look at how strong, because Nappa had to kick the ballistics to Nappa. I'm sorry, Vegeta had to kick the ballistics to Nappa about the Cybermen. He's like, you do know those Cybermen aren't that strong. Each one of them had a fighting power of 1,200, and they said, wait, 1,200? They had the same power level as who? As Raditz.
Which, ironically enough, you look back on it and stuff, the Z Warriors after taking that year. Ironically enough, you're basically telling me that Yamcha could have fought one-on-one with Raditz, no problem.
Yeah, if he had 1 year's time to train.
That is ironic. That is fun. It's like you think back on it, it's like shit. That would have been a fucking hilarious ass match in hindsight, but yeah, but whatever.
Can you imagine Raditz getting?
Catching that Wolfang fist to the face?
So could you imagine Raditz getting pieced out by the Wolfang fist or that spirit ball?
Woo.
It will be the spirit ball. No. It'll be overly. No, Eris. It will be overly dramatic, and it will actually end on a Kamehameha.
Yeah, Raditz would have thought that his double Sunday would be enough against fucking against Yamcha, and clearly it wasn't, because let's be real, double Sunday is Raditz's go-to move. That's his only good move.
Look, he would have hit
And also keep this in mind. Hold on, keep this in mind. Keep this truly in mind. This is before he got his second win with Fighter Z.
Yeah. So this is what it looked. So look, what happened is Raditz would actually catch him off guard, and he was there like, now it's time to take you over, double Sunday, and Yamcha would be like, Bulma, I love you, and all the rest of this double crap. It was like, this super anime. He'd be like, and then whoever's looking at it like, Yamcha, do it, and he actually beats Raditz, and Goku like, oh man, that was an awesome fight. Look how strong you were, Yamcha.
Going off of Marvel's What If, Yamcha does the instant transmission Kamehameha on Raditz.
It's like, what the fuck that come from? It's like, shit happens. You know what? That's the thing.
The warp Kamehameha.
Like, you know what? This is my wish for Super before we leave out of here, right? I always have to say it would be interesting to see like Goku reunite with like not wish them back by any stretch, but just like I loved in Broly seeing what's his face be surprised when Vegeta went Super Saiyan, right? It'll always be amazing to me to see like Nappa, Raditz, and like Bardock see Goku and them go Super Saiyan and just have that look of like, son of a bitch, it's true. God damn.
I knew it. Then like, I told you my boy was special. No man, you son of a bitch. But guess what? Huh? What, nigga?
Raditz saying your boy sucks. It's like that's your brother, Raditz. You do realize that, right? It's like, well,
stop talking about your brother, man.
He better than you. He's special. He went to college. You didn't. All right. Him going to Super Saiyan is the equivalent of going to college, basically.
He got out the hood.
You didn't. Now look where you at in hell.
Yeah. You got no. He didn't get out the hood. He got a perfect score on his SATs.
Bruh. You be more like Goku. What was that? Nothing.
Not dead. Oh,
Like you need to be more. I feel like you need to be more like Goku.
All
What,
right, idiot.
Well, that idiot is putting bread in our pockets, so you shut your face. It's like, okay.
Keep me. Oh man, you like the fat kid whose brother is in the military.
So let me get this. Hold on, let me get this right. Hold on, let me get this right. And we can end on this. Was Raditz the doughboy to Goku's Ricky?
Man, listen.
Man, fuck that nigga, man. He ain't stronger than me. Yeah, he is, man. And he ain't going somewhere, unlike you.
Goku!
I legit had to ask that question. Like,
Fucking Krillin yelling out, Goku!
I hate you. I hate you.
Goku dropped the fish instead of the milk in slow motion.
Yeah, this episode was better than what it should have been. Okay, so check this out. Next week we're gonna I wanted to do 2 sagas, but we're just gonna do 1. And I wanted us to do this for a while, and we're finally getting to it. We're going to do Dragon Ball. We'll be doing the Emperor Pilaf saga, the first saga. And we've been waiting for this. I know Chris has been really waiting for this, but what makes Dragon Ball so good is when you realize that this was the first really big thing that Akira Toriyama did, and you just notice how big Dragon Ball is and how wide his art is. You have a real big appreciation for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. After watching Dragon Ball, because it was so basic, and just the fact that you see it went from that to Dragon Ball Z, and it's a leap. It's a huge
leap. I mean, let's be real. In Dragon Ball offers that huge battle between Piccolo and Goku, and you're thinking, man, how can it get any better? And then DBZ happens, and it says, "Hold my beer," and then it gets ridiculous.
And DBZ a fucking leap, because all of a sudden here comes a spaceship crashing into the world. Like, wait a minute, what? It's like somebody. Goku's
immediately drops the bomb. It just drops the bomb on you about Goku.
I mean, and this also too, but also too, Dragon Ball, I appreciate it because it's straight up martial arts. Yes, they fly in certain degrees, but it's like that. It's not like flying. It's just like we're up in the air for a while and then we're coming down. Like, it's straight up martial arts, like skill and everything.
You know the cool thing about Dragon Ball, CJ, is Goku doesn't learn how to fly until literally the last 5 episodes. Actually, until the end. It was the very last episode of his fight against Piccolo. That's when he learned how to fly.
I mean, because I think up to that point, Tien and Piccolo were the only 2 that could really fly.
Sort of.
Tien, I'm saying, because he, was Tien. He was that dude.
I don't even think. Wait, okay, Piccolo I can see, but I'm trying to remember, did Tien ever fly?
Tien could fly, because remember he did the tri-beam against Goku in the air when Goku dropped that weight and stuff, because he was in the air doing that tri-beam against Goku and shit.
I know Goku could jump.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, Tien could fly. He can like hover in the air and Krillin
I think he I'm about to say, I think he could levitate to a degree.
Yeah, Krillin could do it too, because he saw it off of Chaozu and Tien, but he couldn't really fly like that. So Goku didn't really pick. It's funny because they picked up on it before Goku did. That's kind of ironic when you think about it.
The only reason why, here's the thing. The only reason why I wanted to do 2 sagas was because I wanted to get to my favorite one, which was the first tournament. That's my favorite saga of them all.
Each saga's bookend with a tournament. That's what makes it easier to really kind of watch.
So that's kind of it. That's why I really like it. Anyway, whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, we're gonna do that next week. We holler at y'all next time, everybody.
Mm.
We out here.